Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free. There's no financial gain to me if you subscribe. It just helps me get closer to the 20,000. In this morning's video, yes, they just don't stop. Stick around at the end of the video if you're interested in the situation with the hand of God. I put out a video and looking for divine intervention, I think, and the power of positivity. And I've got to say, it worked. So if you're interested in that, stick around to the end. But there is some breaking news yesterday and last night and this morning, and there's lots of news to go through. The new Celtic top has been leaked, new Celtic away top. I put it on the screen now. I wish they would, if they're going to put out tops, can you not do them without the sponsors on them? And I know that the sponsors are a big part to play for shirts and that, but I would just rather. But then it would just be like the training top, wouldn't it? Does the training top have Daffabet on it? I get a bit sick of the sponsors sometimes. I mean, it's a betting company. I don't really want to be. That's just my own personal opinion. I mean, I don't want to be walking about advertising a betting company. I don't bet myself, so. But each to their own. Each to their own. It is. It's an interesting one. All green. Little. I don't even know what they are. It's like somebody's just. I don't know. Anyway, I'll probably buy it this year. It looks a good one. But anyway, Celtic look to be locked in talks with Paulo Bernardo. Before we get on to the Sevconians, they keep giving. The gift that keeps giving. James Bisgrove departed yesterday. And yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So hang on, because it's hilarious. Because I've undug a couple of press conferences that James Bisgrove has said over the years. This is going to be funny. This is going to be funny this morning. But anyway, Celtic are locked in. Before we talk about the meltdown again from that and the hilarity, Celtic are locked in talks with Paulo Bernardo transfer with Benfica. They want to get that one over the line, which is good. It's also been suggested that Celtic are trying to get talks with Norwich. But the midfielder, Paulo Bernardo, who, have to remember, set up the goal for Adamida. And I think Paulo Bernardo needs to be remembered for that. Taking the ball from the halfway line, skipping over the Rangers player, skipping past another sort of two just outside the box and taking that shot for a good 20, 25 yards outside the box. And for me, he's not going to be one of those players that... I don't know. Can he improve much as a player? Well, Brendan Rodgers obviously thinks he can improve him as a player. But Celtic want to get him done and dusted. They want to get that deal done and dusted. And people have said, and even I said, don't be worried if he's a replacement for the one and only Matt O'Reilly. And there's bad news concerning Matt O'Reilly. He's been omitted from the Euro squad. He didn't make the cut for the Euro squad. Is that because of his form the second half of the season? And I mean, it's a big shock. I think we all thought that Matt O'Reilly would go to the Euros, which would probably help his chances of being bought up by a top European side. I think what this does is it kind of makes it a bit more easier for Celtic to keep hold of him if he's not at the Euros. And I'm going to tell you why, because obviously he's not going to get seen by a lot of the managers, the top teams playing at the top level at the Euros. But what it does do, I mean, he is only still young. He's only 23, but you would think that, I don't know Denmark's squad, if they've got a really good squad that they've omitted him. The good point is, the way to look at it from a Celtic point of view is it makes it probably a little bit easier for Celtic to try and keep a hold of Matt O'Reilly this summer. I understand that Celtic want to keep a hold of Matt O'Reilly. They do not want to sell him. That's why they're putting such a hefty price tag on it before they'll even go to the negotiations table. So from our point of view, from a completely Celtic point of view, Matt O'Reilly could still be a Celtic player come the start of next season, which would be fantastic for him, because we go into the Champions League with the brand new format, playing more games in the Champions League, and he'll love that. He'll get seen at the higher level, and he'll get seen by managers that are potentially going to put in a bid for him. He's still young enough to improve a bit. His head did take a bit of a downturn after the speculation that Atletico Madrid put in an offer for Celtic to take him on loan and then pay 18 million for him. Celtic said, no, you're never getting our best player on loan, and 18 million, we're not even going to open up we're not even going to boil the kettle and sit down for that. We're not even going to boil the kettle and sit down for 18 million. So you need to go homewards and think again. Yeah, I don't know why I said that, but anyway, anyway, that is the news that Matt O'Reilly has not been included in the Denmark squad. And it's raised a few eyebrows in Denmark and around Europe. But anyway, it is what it is. We move on with it. And Celtic are obviously locked in the talks with Paulo Bernardo, and it's been suggested that they're also trying to get the Adam Ida deal done and dusted also early on in the summer, which then leaves probably the most important position that we need to get filled this summer is the goalkeeper position. And I think the sooner that Celtic get that one done and dusted and over the line, I think the transfer window opens on the 1st of June, doesn't it? Which is tomorrow. So let's hope that Celtic can get something done and dusted quite quick with that one. I don't want this to be dragging out and people will come back. For heaven forbid that we come back to pre-season, that we do come back to pre-season and Celtic don't have a first-team goalkeeper. And we're left with Benji Siegrist, who wants to bugger off to Australia, and Scott Bain. That would give me the fear. And I need cheered up. Although I'm cheered up already because personal situation. But I need sort of a big cheering up. And the breaking news was yesterday from the team across the city. The banter years are going on. But let's listen to James Bisgrove. A few years ago,
foremost, a warm welcome to Tom, one of the co-founders of Castor, alongside his brother Phil. And we are absolutely delighted and incredibly excited to have Castor join the Rangers family and have them come on board. And it's not an understatement to say that this is an incredibly significant partnership for this football club. Given
how did that end again? Go to someone in the comments. Go tell me how the Castor thing ended.
And the challenges, I think it's.
Or did it end? Did they still the shirt spot? That's hilarious. Because isn't Mike Ashley trying to sue Rangers for 17 million?
Fair to say that we faced over the years in relation to kit and to merchandise and retail, to be moving forward now with this new era and a clean slate, fresh beginning, if you like. It's incredibly exciting.
It's incredibly exciting. I'm just waiting on him saying it's disappointed. Then we go to 2023, and James Bisgrove said this about the challenges of the year ahead.
It's an exciting one for us. It's an exciting one for us because we've got real confidence in the manager, Michael, the plan that he's presented in terms of the on-the-pitch opportunities, in terms of recruitment, but also some of the off-the-pitch items that we're looking at. So I don't think...
Well, is that getting your fans running about looking like Smurfs?
We underestimate it. I don't think we underplay it. But I think, we're now looking at it with optimism, with excitement, but we're also cognizant that there's a lot of work to do over the next 2-3 months. And the decisions that we take can
They sacked him 2 or 3 months later, didn't they?
Define the next 2-3 seasons. So, no, we're feeling positive, but, we're ready to put the work in as well.
Yes. How long were you willing to put the work in for, Mr. Bisgrove? Because...
hour or so, Paul, we've heard the fact that James Bisgrove is leaving the club. What's your reaction to that news?
I was initially phoned in about James Tavernier, but I heard that news on your station. I was a bit gutted, to be honest. I like Bisgrove. I think when he came to Rangers initially, it's been the first time as a Rangers fan that I've seen actually revenue getting generated. And I just thought it was quite astute. I thought the way the My Gears is set up and the way Edmiston House, it's kind of driven by money. And Rangers have missed that for a number of years, even under the Murray years. We relied on like David Murray.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Under the Murray years, they evaded tax. They paid brown envelopes, so the taxman couldn't get it. So yeah, that's all about money for Rangers.
So I thought commercially, I thought he made good business sense, and I thought when he made the step up to become chief executive, I thought, great, it's going to get better. So I think that's up where we lose that player, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? I think he'll be quite a hard act to follow for Rangers. So I've no idea who'll come in post or whatnot. But it's a bit of a kick in the teeth, to be honest. I know he was a big
That's a bit of a kick in the teeth. They don't do walking away. They do selling their club for £1, and they do dodgy deals with shirt sponsors, and then they decide not to pay people and yeah, it's just they don't stop, do they? I mean, Celtic never stop. We keep going in a football sense, but they don't stop giving. They don't stop giving ammo for banter. It's as simple as that. That's the comedy years. This is 2024. This has been going on since 2012, for goodness sake.
A big lead on the appointment of Clement, so I don't know how that will impact Clement as well, because he was there, but fresh start, maybe some new coming in, I don't know, but
wait a minute, is that not what he said? Is that not what he said back here?
Have them come on board, and it's not an understatement to say that this is an incredibly significant partnership for this football club. Given the challenges, I think it's fair to say that we faced over the years in relation to kit and to merchandise and retail, to be moving forward now with this new era and a clean slate, fresh beginning.
Fresh beginnings, and at a time where I think Celtic weren't they 6th or something, or 8th, I can't remember, in the league of merchandise sales. But I weren't Leeds United 6th at 30 odd mil? I can't remember. I can't remember. But yeah, Celtic were in the top 10 anyway of shirt and merchandise sales throughout Europe, and Rangers weren't. So just think about that for a second today. And then the day after that, Celtic have just released a new strip. Ironically, talking about merchandise and talking about being able to make money as a club, it's ironically the day after that Celtic have just released a new strip, and an away strip has also been leaked.
But a bit gutted, to be honest.
Yeah, it was maybe news that came as a surprise to many people today, Jim. 5 o'clock, Rangers put the statement out saying they can confirm.
Statement FC!
Chief Executive Officer James Bisgrove will leave the club, having accepted a new football role in the Middle East. The Rangers board has implemented an interim executive structure, and together with John Bennett, Philip Clement, Niels Coppin and the football board will prioritise the execution of the summer transfer activity. How important is that bit? Because this is a point...
Nah, they don't do walking away. Absolutely quality stuff here this morning once again. He was then asked about positivity and confidence, and it's something that I'm going to speak about in just a minute myself, because I think the power of positivity is something not to be underestimated by any means, trust me. And I think I've lived through that over the last 8 days now. But anyway, let's hear what the thoughts on positivity are from a Rangers fan.
It's definitely throwing a spanner in the works. I think what Jim and Mark are saying there, I agree 100%. I think things are ticking along. I've got faith in Clement. I think the summer transfer window off, and a winter one to come up. I'd all faith. I think I'd followed James Bisgrove when he came to join Rangers. I'm quite interested in the business side of things, and I thought he was one of the best signings Rangers made to get the CEO. I've said that to my mate. At the start of this year, I said that's a brilliant move by Rangers to get him up there to elevate to that position. And I think that's going to be a huge loss. And it's definitely going to have a big impact, because Niels Coppin and the structure behind there, Bisgrove's been influential to all that. So I don't think he'll move along. I don't think it's going to be a case that he'll get to wherever he is, but it's the upset of that. Who's going to replace him? Who's going to take that mantle now? And I suppose, I don't know what way it's going to go. I'm hoping things will still be settled and we move forward, but it's throwing a spanner in the works. It's something I didn't really want as a fan going into the summer. I kind of want to get our business done early. I thought we were doing that with Jeffy and a few others over linked news, but this has just come out of the blue. Ironic, I said the word blue there, but it came out of the blue.
Papa Smurf has left the building. Yes, that's enough of the hilarity to that today. Papa Smurf has left the building. End of. That's it. It's done and dusted. It's another one that has walked away. Papa Smurf's gone. Anyway, the power of positivity can work wonders. The power of positivity. I've always grown up with the belief. Maybe I shouldn't talk about this on this channel, but I'll allude to it slightly. I'll probably talk about it more somewhere else. But the power of positivity is a wonderful thing, and when you put out vibes to get enough positivity back into your life, it's amazing what things can happen. And there's been some fantastic good news yesterday. Absolutely fantastic good news. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. A little cliffhanger, but it is all good in the hood, as they say. It is all good in the hood and fantastically good news. So, on that note, thank you to everyone. Thank you to everyone who sent their love. And the hand of God is, doing well. Doing well. We've had some fantastically good news. Thank you to everyone. And on that note, it's the first day that I've probably been not walking around with like a 10-ton rucksack on my back. So on that note, have a fantastic day to all the Celtic fans and to everyone all around the world, even the Sevconians. Have a good day. You know, it's only football. This is only entertainment. It is just giving you a little bit of a different narrative to football media, and I hope you enjoy it wherever you are around the world.